Alrighty, halfback. This position's been quite volatile as well. Obviously, with the Cleary, do we stay? Do we go at the very start of the season? Nico Hines, is he a halfback? Is he a 5'8"? Is he something else in between? But this week, I have got in Nathan Cleary, and again, I'll go through trades later. I did start with, who was the Cowboys' young fella, Adam? Duffy, yeah. So I started with Duffy originally. And then I went to Metcalf, and then I eventually got to Cleary. But yeah, now I'm Nico Hines and Cleary. So yeah, again, arguably two of the best halfbacks in the game. Nico Hines probably doesn't play Origin, so I got coverage there for Cleary. But yeah, Cleary's obviously a bit volatile in terms of his health. It's always a bit of a scare with him. But yeah, I'm quite happy with my pretty much got gun fullback, gun 5'8", gun halfback. Again, that probably comes down to my cash generation that I did early on. What about you, Andy?
So similarly, I started with Nico Hines and Duffy. Kind of round one, just rage traded Duffy out like as soon as I could. Just got him out of there. I can't remember who I went to, but he was just gone. I think round two, round three, round two, traded Hines to Cleary so I could get that Roosters matchup, which didn't really work out that well. Had Cleary injured, had him last week, and yeah, I'm just kind of holding him at the moment. I kind of always wanted to have Cleary in just long term because he is just such a great half. Nico Hines not really sold on at the moment. I'm just sitting with Sandon Smith in my half's second position, which he's done like really well. I think Roosters are really developing into a nice attacking squad, and he likes to run the ball, so I'm kind of happy with him at the moment. Hopefully, and then plus like Roosters buy coverage,
Yep.
he'll do really well, I think.
Yep. Nice. Jakey, what about you, bro?
So I started with Nathan Cleary and Tom Duffy. Nathan Cleary has disappeared after that two-pointer that when he got concussed with that collision with Jerome Hughes against the Storm. So immediately got rid of him the next week. That high break even, I was like, you know what,
Yep.
I'm going to ditch him, find an opportunity to bring him back in when his price has dropped a bit. This week could be a week to get him back, but through that trade I did go to Adam Reynolds to get a little bit of money. He had already kind of made his bulk previously. So, but now with that hamstring issue over the weekend, Reynolds has been named, but I think just to quote you, Adam, those hamstring injuries can be a bit scary. So, and with a high break even, I've actually gone to Dylan Brown this week.
Right.
Yeah, that dual position, break even of 40. Hoping the Eels get a little bit of confidence. I think they're predicting Mitch Moses around round 9 to come back from his foot injury. So, and yeah, with that point win over the Dragons, yeah, I've decided to kind of, it might change, but at the moment it's Dylan Brown and I still have Duffy. Still sitting there, just doing nothing for me. So, yeah, and I got a mill
Dylan
to
Brown.
I reckon you should
Dylan
flex
Brown
him
is
Metcalf
super
up.
consistent. Such a consistent player.
Yeah. Adam, what about you, mate?
Yeah, so Cleary and Hines for me, pretty bread and butter. Started with Hines and Duffy. Didn't like what I saw from Duffy. Liked what I saw from Cleary. So did some surgery on my team to get Duffy straight up to Cleary. And I think that was vindicated with Duffy getting dropped. Unfortunately, Cleary had a head knock and lost a bit of cash and missed some points. So it was a bit of a shame. I can't really predict that. But I'm pretty happy with those two. I think really the only player that sort of scares me going up against them is Jerome Hughes, who, is someone that people that don't have two-gun halfback should probably be considering with the Storm's draw. I mean, scored 90-odd and had an early shower last game, so he's very good. But I think with Cleary and Hines, it's not worth the trade for me to go across to him.
Two sideways, yeah.
Yeah, and they're both, goal kicking. They're both on good teams. I mean, Penrith, it's probably a little bit different for Cleary this year. Last few years he's been on a dominant team and had a few other guys to share the load with. This year, they're not quite as dominant, but he might actually have to do a bit more. And for Supercoach reasons, that can be better sometimes. We've seen that with Gupperson this year so far. So I'm pretty happy with those two. Not really looking to change that.
Yep. Nice.